Hi guys, I'm here with Jonas, an engineer for WRT doing the DTM. So Jonas, hey, can you explain us what's your pre-race routine as an engineer, your race routine and your post-race routine?
Yes, of course. Especially for all the race routine starts in the beginning on a Monday, Tuesday. We have the chance to do some simulator work at Audi Sport to prepare our drivers to the race weekend. So we plan to have different setups ready to get the driver feeling comfortable with the changes, because you have a limited amount of driving time on Friday. There are 2 sessions, one of 45 minutes and one of 30 minutes. So it's very limited to test a lot of stuff. So we use this opportunity to do a lot of stuff with the drivers. Then the official race weekend starts on a Friday with the 2 sessions of free practice in the afternoon. And on Saturday it's qualifying race, similar on Sunday. So you need to be really spot on with your setup coming to the racetrack, that the driver is happy, that you only do the fine tuning, and then you focus on the long run pace and on the qualifying pace.
And so after Zolder, with all the data that you have, will you work on a simulator or something?
Yes, correct. After Zolder we do a complete analysis on the things we tested, the things we developed in the simulator and drove here in the weekend. We make a race analysis, qualifying analysis about our pace. All these data will be gathered into one report. That report, we are preparing it to improve the next event, which is Misano, and then we continue to develop the car to make it much more quicker for the drivers and improve our performance towards the end of the season and also during the season. For sure we are a new team, so we have to do it much more faster than the other teams. We need to quickly come up to speed, and therefore we have a lot of support from Audi Sport also.
So yeah, because during the races we see you behind a screen with all data on it. How does it work? You have to put something during each lap, or?
Well, it's a bit limited in DTM. Like in free practice you're allowed to get the data out of the car, analysis, do analysis on the driving lines, on the driving performance, work together with the driver to improve his lap time. In the qualifying it's similar, but you have less time. You only have 2 stints for qualifying, where you use 2 new sets or a used one and a new one depending on your strategy for the race. But in the race you cannot communicate. So in the race you can only react on what the driver is saying by showing the board, pit, and you can only talk under yellow. So if there is a yellow situation, a safety car, then you try to maximize the information for your driver to get him through the race and to get the best strategy as possible.
And after a bad quali or a bad race, how do you deal with a driver that is not in the mood? Or?
Well, that's always not easy. First you need to stay calm. There's 2 qualifiers in a weekend, 2 races in a weekend. So you just need to make a cut and say, okay, let's focus on the next qualifying, let's improve. If you have a bad qualifying, the rule says that you can only rebalance the car with the rear wing. Once you have the race completed, then you can reset up your car for the next day. So it's not that you're completely lost for the whole weekend, it's just that you need to rework your setup, know or analyze where you did the mistakes, where you can improve, and then make it better for the second day.
And here in Zolder, do you have a special setup?
Well, Zolder is a particularly special track. We never came here with TTM. It's a high degradation track. Especially after 3-4 laps, the rear tire is dropping off massively, and then the drivers are struggling with traction on power and entry and stability. So it's a tricky track. You need a good rotation on entry for the chicanes, but then also you need some high-speed stability for the sector 1, which is the fastest sector in this track. So you need to find a balance between aero balance and mechanical rotation.
Okay, thanks Jonas for all this information, and all the best for this afternoon. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.